Alright, so once again, hello guys, and welcome back to our fourth class of our course about how to create a great clothing brand. In today's class, we really will be focusing on learning how the Shopify platform works. I'll give you all the basics that you need to know to be able to create your clothing brand. So if you guys already have a Shopify account or are very familiar with how Shopify works, I suggest you to go directly to the next course because it's gonna be really an introduction to Shopify. So let's start. Um, so when you are going to log into your Shopify, you are supposed to be in a place, well, in a place on the page like this. It's maybe a bit different from mine because you have a trial account. So I'm gonna present you all the buttons and what are they used for. So the first ones here are add a product. So if you have to add a product or whatever, that's the same one as this one here. So you just click here and you'll be able to add your products. Once again, for this course, the products will be automatically will be created on another app. Well, they'll be created on Shopify, but on a app from on Shopify. You'll see a bit later. So you will not really have to create your products manually. They will be already created. Um, After that, customize theme. We're gonna look at it a bit later. Add domain. That's when your store will be ready and everything like will be set up. The last thing you will do is buy a domain. So let's look what it looks like. So that's not a real domain. So if you want to buy a new domain, for example, here, let's say you want to call it, it will look like this. For example, you want to buy the .com, .ca, .net, and all the prices will be here. Usually it's between $14. It could be up to $20, but it's not very expensive. And it's very important for you to buy your domain when your store will be ready because it's gonna be more professional than a store that is named, let's say, yourbrand.myshopify.com. So yeah, you have a lot of those .ca, .net, .org, .store, but it's well, the best one is always .com. Once again, that's just an example. So let's go back to our homepage. So that's for our homepage. You have some other things here, but it's not very important. Set up payments. So that's for your payment. So if you want to add, for example, PayPal, it's here. If you have any other third-party providers, it's here, but we're gonna look at it a bit later. So for the moment, let's just focus on the basics. After that, all your orders will be here. So if you have any order, it's gonna be here. For example, I have a create order, but once again, your orders will not be created manually. They'll be created automatically when your products will be sold. Same thing for abandoned checkouts, and that's just a draft. All your products will be on this page. So let me show you what it looks like. Let's say we create an example product. So your product page should look something like this. All your products will be here. And the way Shopify works, well, you have products and you have collections. So let me explain myself because this will be really important for your course. The collection is, let's say, pants. So the pants will be a collection in the case of clothing or hoodies or whatever. The product itself will be part of a collection. So let's take our example product. Let's, for example, call it pants. Well, products, let's call it blue pens. So that's our product. That's the collection. So for the moment, I don't have any other collections. But if I have, like, for example, collection pens, I will be able to add my product blue pens in it. So let's click on save. So same thing, collection here. So for the moment, I only have one collection. That should be the same thing for you. So let me give you an example. So let's say we create a collection that we call pens. Oh, one last thing before we create the collection, you need to learn the difference between manual and automated. It's the way that your products will be added to your collection. If you want your product to be automatically added to a certain collection, you will need to use keywords. For example, let's say the keyword here will be pens. So if I want my products, my pens to be added automatically to my collection, I will need to add tags to my product. I'll show you an example right now. So let's say we want to automate our adding to a collection. Just click on automated and click on save. Then we come back to our products, blue pens. So the tag will be here. So for example, let's say you have blue pens, red pens, black pens. In the tags, you will simply write down pens and save. And automatically this will be added on in our collection of pens. In our pens collection is gonna be added automatically. So next thing, gift cards. For the moment, with your trial account, you will not have access to gift cards, and you will need to have a more advanced Shopify account. So I suggest you to use gift cards only when you have, let's say, a lot of people that are buying your stuff. That's only at this moment that you can upgrade your Shopify account to have more gift cards. Well, to have access to the gift card option. After that, consumers. For the moment, I don't have any consumers, but all your consumers will be stocked here. If you already have a consumers list with emails and everything, you can import it simply by clicking right here. What your consumer will include, it's gonna include all this, so their name, their company, their address, everything. All your analytics will be here. So once again, all your sales will be tracked directly on Shopify. That's why I like Shopify, because everything is really clear. So all your sales will be tracked here. All your store sessions, you will know exactly from where people visited your store. Same thing with your orders. You have a report here. So that's like a summary of the dashboard. And finally, the live view. So as I told you guys, you will be able to see exactly from where your visitors are coming, or from where you have visitors at this particular moment, like in real time. If you have visitors in the US, somewhere in other countries, you will see all this. Then marketing. Well, once again, you can track your all your ad campaigns here. Finally, the discounts that you make, your discount codes will be here. So if you want to create a discount code, you simply click there. And once again, you enter your discount code here. If you want to make a percentage, for example, 10% off, fixed amount, free shipping, or whatever, you decide of the amount in the percentage. So once again, you can here applies to entire order or just a product or a collection. If you want to, for example, make a discount only for, like, let's say pens, you click on specific collections. You click there, and they'll tell you what the collection. Same thing if you want to do it for a specific product, you'll have, then you will look for the product here. And finally, the active date. Next thing, very important for you to understand, is the App Store. So in Shopify, one very important thing will be the App Store. So let's look what it looks like. So what the App Store gives you, it gives you access to a lot of add-ons that you can add to your store. It could be from marketing to sales channels to, let's say, I don't know, to different applications that give you access to, well, a lot of things. So you'll be able to sell, promote, customize products, or manage your store. They have applications for absolutely everything. So let's just take a quick look at the categories. So as you can see, you have a lot of things. It can go from finding products, suppliers, print on demand, marketing, and well, there is absolutely everything. Well, places to sell, you have online marketplaces. So Shopify gives you access to absolutely everything. So as you can see here, you have an online marketplace, which is really amazing for your Shopify. And yeah, you have a lot of categories. So let's come back to our store. Well, to our Shopify. That's for the Shopify App Store. We're gonna see it a bit more in details in another class, but for the moment, let's stay to it. Just know that this exists and that we're gonna use it for our clothing creation. After that, online store. So here is your online store. You need to be on this page. So what it looks like for the moment. Um, let's take a quick look at it. So for me, it's a bit different because it's an example of a blog, but it should look something like this. So you have your homepage, your you have your well, other things here. For example, this should be your collections. For me, it's blogs, but for you, it's gonna be collections. For example, pants, books, t-shirts, or whatever. It should look like this. I'll show you a bit later how everything works and how to create a great homepage. But for the moment, only know that that's what your store will look like for the moment right now. Let's come back here. Then to write blogs, if you want to start a blog on your Shopify, it's possible. It's gonna be here on blog posts. So here you'll be able to start your blog. Very simple. Add blog post. Then create your blog right here. If you want to create, let's say it works the same way. So blogs are like products. Well, blogs. The blog post itself is like a product, and the blog will be like a collection. So let's, for example, take an example here: making money online. Well, for this example here, so the blog post will be making money online. Here will be my blog post. And finally, the name of the blog will be money. And then I click on save. If you want to view what it looks like, it will look like something like this. So that's the blog, that's the author, and that's the blog post. So as you can see, very, very simple to use. Once again, it looks complicated, but it just takes practice to you. Well, just take a bit of practice, and you're gonna see it's gonna be very, very easy for you to use. That's the page. That's the page. If you want to create some other pages to your store, it's gonna be here, but you will not need to create any page. You will only need to have access to products and to collections. Navigation. This little thing here is very important because that's the creation of your menu. And well, when I'm talking about menu, it's the little thing over here. Let me show you. So that's your header menu. That's your footer menu right here. So to modify the way that people will navigate, it's gonna be through navigation. So let's say we want to modify our main menu. So we want to add things to our main menu. Let's say we want to add, I don't know, a collection. Want to add the pens collection. We click on add. Save menu. So what it will look like in our store. Here you go. As you can see, you have the pens collection here and the product that we created a bit earlier, blue pens. So once again, it looks a bit complicated for the moment right now, but when you guys will, when we are going to create our clothing, you will have to use Shopify, so you'll see it's gonna become more and more easier the more you practice working on Shopify. So yeah, that's for the navigation part. And finally, domain, we already saw it, and preferences is just, well, it's not very, very important for the moment right now. It's a bit more advanced features, so we're not gonna look at it right now. So that's it, guys, for the this little Shopify introduction. Once again, I was going a bit fast, but it's just a small introduction what all those little things are for. And in the next course, we're gonna see what app we are going to use to create our clothing brand. And finally, we will start really the clothing creation. And you'll see at the end of this course, you should be able to create your own store. And if you follow all the steps through the course, you will have your own store by the end of this course. So welcome on board on Shopify, and see you guys on the next class where we are going to start everything.